So the first thing to do is, before we even get into that bunker, is just look at the clubs that you have. So you know, you've got a Cobra sand wedge. So it doesn't say the loft on it. Most people know the loft of their clubs, but I'm guessing that's probably got about 56 degrees of loft. Okay, you have
will it slide through nicely and everything?
Yeah, I'll show you how to use all that.
Okay.
You've got a pitching wedge, so your pitching wedge is not going to have near as much bounce as your sand wedge, right?
Yeah.
It's only going to this probably has about 47 degrees of loft. That would be somewhat standard today for a pitching wedge.
Yeah,
and then what's the other one?
I use on number 8 when I'm over the water but down near the water.
Okay.
I'll pop that up.
61 degrees.
But otherwise, I don't use it unless Jack's with me to tell me if I can use it.
Okay. All right. The Cobra Trusty Rusty, 61 degrees.
I like that one.
So like my wedges, for example, and I have a whole slew of Cleveland wedges. I'm on staff with them, so the Cleveland wedges are great. But and one of the things too is utilizing and understanding how to use the bounce of the golf club when you're in the bunker, right?
Yeah.
So I carry a 52 and a 58 degree wedge. Those are my two wedges. Now a 58 degree. Now here's one of the things we talked about with your grip and with how you swing the club back is in a bunker. If you're hitting a greenside bunker shot, you need to use the bounce of the club, which means you need to open the club.
Yeah.
So you can't keep the club face shut, right? Okay, so 58 degrees. If you set the club squarely like that, then you're not using the bounce. So in a bunker shot or a greenside bunker, you're going to need to open it up.
Yeah.
If I take my golf club and I open the face up and the ball was sitting on concrete, the club is going to bounce and I'm going to scull it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so bounce is the club bouncing up into the backside or the underside of the ball. That's what that means. Okay. Now, if I was going to hit that shot like Phil Mickelson did here weeks ago in a PGA tournament, I can't add bounce. I have to keep the club more square or keep the leading edge more level because I don't want the club to bounce on hard pan or concrete. Now in a bunker, I want it to bounce, so I have to add a little bit of loft to the club so that I can use the bounce. So that one, the club's going to go into the sand, it's going to go into the sand, and then it's going to bounce a little bit up, which is going to help the ball come airborne. That's what that means. Okay. I don't know if my camera will see this. But when the club, when you're shut or closed, like your swing originally used to be, that's why we're getting it more square even in your real swing. But when you dig the club down, it's going to create a big divot. That's one of the reasons why a ball won't come out of the bunker. Now when you open it up and you got the club face more open, the club's going to go into the sand and then it's going to slightly bounce a little bit. But the divot should be relatively shallow. It shouldn't be real deep. All right, so real quick. Now, you're in the bunker.
Yeah.
If you want to hit a greenside shot right here real close, you've got to change the way you set up relative to a normal shot. Okay, so now here's what you've got to do. One, you've got to play the ball more forward. Okay. Two, you have to visualize where you want the club to hit. In this situation, I don't even look at the ball because I'm looking behind the ball. So I want the club to enter the sand here and exit out in front of the ball. The only thing I know is that I want the club to enter down and through the sand so that we can utilize a little bit of bounce. So as the club's going down, it's also slightly bouncing up, but it's going to exit through the sand. All right. If I want to hit more of a farther shot, then I want to take less sand. I'm going to play the ball more normal now. I'm going to get the ball more positioned like I normally would, and obviously my club selection also is going to determine that. But I want to hit now closer to the ball. I don't want to hit so far behind the ball because I want the ball to travel considerably farther. I don't want to hit a greenside bunker. So here's a greenside bunker shot with the face open. Here's more of a normal shot with the club face a little bit more square now. Okay? And you can change your setup and club selection relevant to how far you want the ball to fly. Yeah, you've got to turn that club face open.
But see, now it's going that way.
That's right. It should.
Oh, that's why I have to go this way.
That's why you have to angle that way. You have to aim, because you're left-handed, you have to aim off to the right when the club face is open to offset those angles.
That was huge.
If you aim straight and you open the club face, the ball's going to end up left of the flag or left of where you want it to go.
Now I understand.
You see?
Yeah.
So it's these simple things. It's setup. It's what you've got to do with your setup.
Okay.
That's it. There you go. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Now that's a perfect divot. See, you took just the perfect amount of sand. You hit behind the ball a couple inches. You splashed it out. There you are, right there by the hole.
Die, dear.
Yeah, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you a Cleveland sand wedge.
Okay, more open than that.
Right there. There. You had it. That's good. Yeah, set it open. There you go. Beautiful.
It's not comfortable. Look at my
I know
arms.
it's not comfortable.
Are my arms?
You've never set the club that open before, though. That's why it's not comfortable, because you're not used to setting it. That's fine.
Oh!
Good. Now look, the ball flew farther because why? You hit closer to the ball that time.
I hit close. I didn't take any sand, I don't think.
I know, but see, you've got to experiment. You almost have to kind of understand what the ball's going to do if you hit a little more behind it, relevant to if you hit closer to it.